Hi everyone, I am Ana Isabel Campillo and welcome to my final exam of the course School Organization of the degree of Primary Education. Let's start. Shaping their own identity. A teacher must use her skills to try to make her students aware of the importance and value of themselves and their own identity, with all that this implies, sexual and cultural identity, etc. Taking into account personalized attention. Each pupil is unique, so the teacher has to bear in mind as far as possible the skills and abilities of his or her pupils, trying to adapt the contents using flexibilization measures and methodological alternatives. Connections with peers. Learn from others and respect them. Students should be able to form a collaborative environment in which they listen to different ideas, explain their point of view, they are able to accept constructive criticism and they agree and learn from each other, etc. Learning strategies to avoid rejection and failure. Strategies such as comparing their own achievements with the contents or their past performance with the current one would help them not to feel peer pressure. Besides, they can form collaborative groups to reduce individual responsibility and increase peer support. Connections beyond the classroom. Digital competence. Students must know the necessary and relevant resources to develop a learning context beyond the classroom, searching for information on their own, holding meetings instantly and easily, using visual and digital resources. Commitment to the environment and sustainable development. It's crucial learning how to behave outside the four walls of the classroom, learning about responsible consumption and being aware of climate change and the importance of caring for the environment. Connections within learning. Collaborative learning. Social constructivists have suggested that collaborative learning occurs as connections are made between individual group members' perceptions, ideas, concepts, and skills. Innovation and creativity. Teachers must preserve students' interest and enthusiasm for innovating. Being creative, having new experiences, and engaging them with different ideas will keep learning dynamic and engage the consideration of others. Connections within the learning context. Implementation of reinforcement and flexibilization mechanisms and methodological alternatives. Making learning progress by using different methodologies to ensure that learners have acquired the relevant knowledge or competencies. Problem solving and prevention. This is to warn and report risks and problems that may occur to students, modeling learning behaviors to achieve an effective learning environment. The plan I will carry out to reinforce and obtain positive coexistence would consist on 5 main elements. That would be related to emerging knowledge through connections, because the family-school connection would allow the exchange of information on students' progress and behavior. The context of each student, cultural, family, economic, social, influences the way he or she behaves and treats others. For this reason, we must try to prevent and avoid any type of discrimination because of any of these circumstances. The rules imposed adjust to the school and change depending on the circumstances, but the school and its components are constantly changing and are subject to modifications and innovations. Innovating activities and avoiding redundancy when socializing, expressing or communicating provides a range of possibilities for greater success in conflict resolution. Although the most traditional way of communicating and sharing commonalities is face-to-face, today's technology allows students to share experiences and have conversations with people from all over the world, allowing them to learn beyond their culture and context. The transformational leadership would be well suited to what I am proposing to do for implementing the coexistence-related program. This type of leader lends their knowledge to others so that they can reach their full potential and integrate inclusion, attention to diversity, and social justice in all fields. I would say I deserve an 8 because I have always done every task and I worked hard in the realization of this video. The importance of relationships within the learning context and inclusion. I haven't imagined that connections with peers were so important in the children's performance. I have learned to relate different contexts and situations to the complexity and relationships between the components of the school.